Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Crypto and Macro Daily News in 10 minutes or less. Today is the 15th of Feb. Let's dive in. So obviously with the Super Bowl happening yesterday, shout out to the LA Rams for their win. It has, sort of been dubbed the Crypto Bowl, as it has the last couple of years with the prominence of crypto advertising and the massive amount of sports and crypto integrations and stadium names, rights, and all the rest that's going on in the US at the moment. It seems to be on a bit of a roll. So all the big platforms did their ads in the halftime show. Somebody's actually managed to, track the App Store downloads over that period, and it would appear that it hasn't really increased downloads, so it's quite an underwhelming performance. Although notably, Coinbase did crash, after the amount of traffic that got driven to their site, right? But nonetheless, it still continues to trend in that direction. So the US arm of FTX has now opened a waitlist for stock trading, which I think is great. So, they're currently, the US arm of it is just for crypto spot trading. They don't have derivatives, but they are looking to employ derivatives plus equity trading in the future. So I assume this is just to bring it up to par with what's going on in the FTX.com, the international platform, which has derivatives of equities that you can trade 24/7, and actually uses a pretty good tool to front run the news that happens over the weekend when the markets are closed. So it's been pretty useful when you get bullish moves in say gold and silver ETFs and things like that, or big news that happens on the weekend with, say, Amazon or Alibaba and Co. So that's coming to the US. Waitlist is open now. OpenSea expands into the venture capital business. So it's it's being led by the co-founder of OpenSea. So the popular NFT marketplace is launching an investment arm after raising $300 million at a $13.3 billion valuation in January. So the venture is dedicated to growing the Web3 ecosystem through NFTs, decentralized systems, and other novel blockchain uses. So that's like OpenSea is massive. They've got their finger it's firmly in the pie. So they're looking to extend their tentacles further into Web3. And in that same Web3 angle, we've got Zapper.fi, which have just completed their latest update for their Zapper dashboard. So they're trending in the direction of being that social interface, along with being a Web3 wallet. Really like what Zapper are doing. Still no token, still no Zap token. Clearly that's going to be on the horizon, so just be mindful of that. Also in that same angle is Pearproof introduces dynamic NFTs that gain value as social media posts go viral. So really interesting concept. Pearproof is a social media collaboration marketplace diving headfirst into crypto. Big name backers with Mark Cuban, Snoop Dogg. So they're launching their Pearproof, which is a Web3 app that allows creators to mint NFTs of their social media posts. While the concept isn't new, what they're doing is using a proprietary algorithm that allows the assets to gain value as a post itself garners more social engagement. So really interesting, cool stuff that's happening in the NFT Web3 social sort of convergence that's going on in the crypto space. If you're interested in getting exposure to Web3, there's a new token by Arch that has been released. So you can invest in that here if you're so interested. That you'll find that at beta.arch.finance.io. which is on the ETH and Polygon blockchains. Enzyme Finance have come out with some big news, so they've finally launched their Sulu v4. So they've got a new interface, improved performance, and dozens of integrations. So you can now yield, lend, stake, trade, borrow on 250 plus assets on their platform, which is great. And also worth mentioning, on their app, they're actually coming soon will allow Polygon. So I think that's just going to drive massive amounts of adoption. You know, just due to the fact that gas fees are so high on Ethereum, like this protocol's sort of been lagging behind. But you know, it's an amazing protocol that will have massive adoption. You know, as soon as we don't have the super high gas fees of the ETH chain, right? So Polygon should bring higher adoption. Notably too, so the new features they've got, you can do customizable vault tickers, transferable vault shares, new risk management tools, but most importantly for the token, which is the MLN token, if you pay using MLN, you get a 50% discount. So I imagine that brings a little bit more utility to the MLN token. So interesting article out on Bloomberg. This has been doing the rounds for a couple of days. So Bitcoin miners are selling coins in a worrying sign of a shakeout. So net positions go negative for the first time in months, right, according to Glassnode. So miners were adding to their stockpiles for months, even as prices fell to 35K. But with Bitcoin still lingering 35% below the all-time highs, miners with costly operations are under pressure to mine their cash balances while also investing in more powerful equipment. So there has been a bit of a net sell-off for the first time in quite a while. So just be aware of that. On the altcoin front, another day, another meme coin. So Beast Inu is one that has launched. It was a fair value launch, currently trading on Uniswap. So community-driven, decentralized ecosystem. I think Beast is the dog of Mark Zuckerberg. So yep. So yeah, inspired by Mark Zuckerberg's dog. According to him, his interests include herding, things, cuddling, loving, and eating. Right. So they've got their tokenomics and a website up. So super early on that. So if you want to get into one of these meme coin sort of gambling plays, this is something that's just launched. Yeah. Obviously trending higher. I mean, it's only just launched, so should gain further adoption at least, and push the price up if you're after that type of thing. And moving over to the macro news, so the Fed has had their emergency meeting. They've agreed on a March rate hike, but little else, right? So there's a fair bit of debating over what the hike's going to be. Some are calling for a 50 basis point, others, are not. So I guess we'll just have to wait till the March meeting to figure that out. Gold climbs to 4-month highs as tensions escalate geopolitically. So gold's been on a bit of a bullish pattern over the past. It's been in a consolidation pattern and accumulation pattern since its highs in 2020. So currently in a 4-month high, chart's looking pretty good. It's just broken out of its downtrend that's been going on since November 2020. So yeah, gold's looking very strong at the moment. Oil hits a fresh 7-year high as it's hovering near $100. So currently the Brent crude is sitting at 96.48. So yeah, we're not too far away from that $100 a barrel level. Mining stocks are set for an incredible decade, so the global energy transition is going to require an incredible amount of metals. A fact that means mining stocks could be in for a crazy decade. So this is a mega trend that is going to heat up this particular sector of the equities market over this decade, I believe. Particularly, you've got President Biden coming out last night making a tweet on his administration's clear directive, right, to invest in electric vehicles. He's got a big plan to build charging stations along interstate highways. So I do agree. I think that there is going to be a big play for the applicable metals and their mining companies. So I think that's going to be a good play for the decade. I also like the underlying technology companies. So BetterShares have their climate change innovation ETF. So you get exposure to a diversified portfolio of these companies, which I like and I'm invested in. And that wraps up the news for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're interested, head on over to fireinvestor.io and grab a copy of my book. I also have a free weekly newsletter. If you jump on my Twitter, so at fireinvestor_io, you can sign up for that, where I just do a deep dive into a related topic on crypto investing or personal finance each week. So if that's something you're interested in, you can check that out. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.